I can't help feeling it's a bit drafty in here this week, Neil.
It's definitely not as warm as the other week.
No.
We're at Fort William.
World Cup time! So welcome to the Dirt Shed. This week coming up we have EWS round 3 and we have World Cup cross country from Albstadt, Germany.
Plus all the normal stuff like the caption contest, tweet of the week and tech of the week from Olin's. And also the theme this week is GMBN presenters versus Fort William.
That'll be a long-winded affair, Neil.
Yeah, a few scars from this place. So if you've never been to Fort William,
let us tell you what you need to know.
it's rocky,
It's gravelly,
conditions are quite often windy, and a lot of time it's wet.
it's lift access, no push-ups. That bridge put me on my ass in 2012 after qualifying fastest.
Track is 2.8 kilometres long with a 550 metre drop. It's a track of 3 parts, open and rocky, woody and then jumps.
So the jump section behind me is called the motorway. Predominantly in recent years, this is where it's been won and lost.
This is the Visit Scotland jump.
And this is your point of entry into the best arena on the Downhill World Cup circuit. 20,000 fans screaming you home.
This is where you land, and it's also the site of where I buzzed my helmet peak on my front tyre in the World Champs 07. Beautiful piece of riding.
So one of the perils of being a fan here at Fort William is the dreaded midges, especially in the woods. Thanks, Neil. The EWS moved to the Tweed Valley and the trails around Innerleithen.
Richie Rood ruled the roost the first day, but went off track on stage 5 and ended up finishing 7th. Justin Leov put in a dominant ride on stage 8 and took his first win and also the lead of the series.
Florian Nicolai took 2nd and Greg Callahan backed up that prolific win in Ireland with a 3rd place.
Tracey Moseley took another win by over a minute, so she's now got a really good grip of the series.
2 wins in a row for Tracey.
Very strong.
So round 2 of the World Cup cross country took place last weekend at Albstadt, Germany. From what I can gather, there was a huge crowd there again to see
Jolanda Neff absolutely took a decisive move to start a race, got a big old lead and won it from there. She's now 2 for 2.
And in the men's, bit of a change up, Kulavi finishing 3rd, but really it was all up at front. And what was going on, Neil?
Bit of a classic battle between Absalon and Nino Schurter, but it looked like Schurter had it sorted. It went down hard on a gravelly corner within sight of the finish, so handed that lead and the win to Julian Absalon.
So Schurter threw it away and I've got a midge on my forehead.
This week on our recommendations to follow on Instagram, we're going to tell you who we think is going to win.
Ladies first, I think Manon Carpenter is in great form. After a convincing win at Llangollen BDS last weekend, she'll definitely be one to watch here in Fort William, so keep an eye out for cool shots on her page.
And in the men's, I'll say Greg Minnaar. His Instagram's really funny. There's a bit of Dukes of Hazzard van jumping on there at the moment, so check it out. Us versus Fort William. What's your best result here, Mark?
Well, I've been coming here since '99 and I've had very little success.
Me too. I've definitely fallen off my fair share. Fallen off down there before, dislocated that finger. Any good scars from this place?
Yeah, up there in the first section I've had one. The woods I've had many a mishap. I think my best result is maybe 8th World Cup.
I don't remember my best result. Is that memorable? I have buzzed my peak on my front wheel on that bottom jump.
I do remember that.
That was pretty memorable.
Okay, so tweet of the week. Donnie, you had a comment on a picture with a fat bike.
Yeah, I rode a fat bike this week. More of that later. But El Chappie says, at GMBN tweet, so if I get a fat bike, do I get to eat a large pizza without any guilt? I'll say, yeah, of course, why not? Fat bike, fat tyres, doesn't matter how much you weigh.
Well, don't forget to send us your comments to @GMBN tweet. We love to get them in and have a look at them.
Cool piece of tech this week comes from Pink Bike, where they've got an article on the new prototype Olin's fork. Olin's are well respected in motocross for their forks and shocks, but this is their first foray into making their own fork. It's gold, got carbon fork braces, upside down design, pretty trick looking. This week's comment comes from Sama Eunice. We get this one quite a lot. He says, I have noticed you have the left brake lever set as the back brake. Why is that? Or is this a British thing where you drive on the wrong side of the road?
Well, obviously we do drive on the wrong side of the road compared to him, but to us it's the right side, just like where our brakes are. Your brake's on the right hand side on your motorcycle, so why should it not be on the right hand side on your bicycle or your mountain bike?
Yeah, it's definitely a British thing. I know the Aussies do it, and also the Kiwis, so let us know what you do. Which way around do you have your brakes set?
And my comment of the week is from Flipper. And he says, I wish Mark and Neil did the Dirt Shed show every week.
That's a pretty good comment. More positive comments like that, guys, that's pretty good. Caption contest, last week's photo was a picture of Hans Ray, looking like a farmer. Good one comes from Jordan McCarriger. He says, Hans Ray raking up some hay. Rhymes, quite a good one.
That is a good one. One I saw was one from Spectre 1031. He said, 2 rakes, 1 hands.
That's pretty good, I reckon that's the winner. So let us know your details and we'll get your t-shirt in the post. This week's photo comes from Matt 10 Penny on Facebook with a guy who's seriously nosing it into that jump.
I struggled with this one for a little while, but one I could come up with was not face down in the kitty litter again.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I'd say he must have been watching that how to stoppy video that I put up the other day, and he's got it pretty dialed there, I'd say.
Yeah, he's definitely done something, hasn't he?
Stick your comments down below. Give us a good caption. Yeah, so this week's shout outs.
What?
No, it's out. Shout outs come from Aaron Chase, which shows his recovery from a spine injury that he had years ago, and he's had all the metal work in there for years. And really cool video, really in depth, showing what he's gone through to get back on the bike, so it's well worth a watch. And my shout out is slightly lighter hearted. I attended the BDS at Llangollen last weekend, and Wide Open have done a piece on Heckler's Rock. I can't really emphasise enough how steep this track is, really technical, and basically people's shortcomings down there and getting into a spot of bother. Absolute carnage.
Very much so, but quite comical at the same time.
On the channel this week.
On Saturday we have Pro Bike. It is Mark Beaumont's Scott Gambler. Oh, that's mine.
That's you. On Monday we've got how to check for transmission wear.
And on Tuesday we have top 5 skills for trials that will make you an all-round better rider.
Wednesdays is how to manual.
And on Thursday is fat bikes. Are they fun?
We'll find out, Mark. Friday is, of course, it's a Dirt Shed show. That was it. For more videos from GMBN, you can click up here for my video on the top 10 most common skills mistakes people make on the bike.
I'm still making mistakes now, Neil.
Yeah, I picked out a few.
And if you click down here, you can get Neil's 30-minute bike wash. Get your pride and joy scrubbed up nice and clean.
We're stood on the finish line, Fort William, down a World Cup, Mark. You'll be crossing this line on Sunday, but who do you think's going to win? You?
I doubt it's me. I wouldn't put any money on myself. There's a few names over here that I can see the possibility. Joe Smith, maybe. Greg Minnaar, we've talked about.
Ratty?
Yeah. Josh Bryson, you can never write him out. Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts and see if you get it right come Sunday.
You can also click on us if you want to subscribe to the channel.
Or click up there on the track, subscribe to GMBN.
Or that massive cloud of midges you can see over there.
Oh yeah, you got on.